Hey guys, today I'm showing you how to make a homemade Take5 chocolate bar. This is actually an American chocolate bar. You can't get it over here in the UK, but me and Alex tried it in one of our candy tasting videos and really enjoyed it. The reason why it's called Take5 is because it's made up of 5 different things. You've got pretzels, peanut butter, salted peanuts, caramel, and chocolate, which is absolutely delicious. I believe it's called a Max 5 in Canada, but it's been discontinued. Let me know if this is true, and let me know if you've had a Take5 chocolate bar before and what you think of it. So I'm going to start with the peanut butter filling. I've got some smooth peanut butter here, and to that I'm going to add in some unsalted butter, and you want this to be nice and soft. And then some icing sugar. You don't have to add the butter or the icing sugar, but I think it's nice to give it a bit more sweetness. So pour that in, and then just using a wooden spoon, you want to mix that all together. Once that is all mixed together, you want to pop that in the microwave until it's runny and it's pourable, because we're going to pour that on top of our pretzels. So for the peanut butter, you want to create a pretzel bed. So in your tray, I've greased that, I've lined it with some baking paper just so it'll be really easy to get the bars out later. You want to pop down some salted pretzels. What I love about this chocolate bar is the flavour combinations of the sweet and the salt. For me, that's a perfect chocolate bar. And then just using some broken pieces of pretzel, I'm going to go round and fill in any of those bigger gaps. Okay, so the peanut butter now needs to go on top of the pretzels. I'm using a new peanut butter today and it's not gone as runny as usual, so I'm just gonna grab small little lumps onto my spatula and spread it over the top. If you've got a runnier peanut butter, it'll be a lot easier to pour all over the pretzels, but I'm just gonna take my offset spatula and spread that over. Don't worry if the pretzels start breaking or they're coming higher than the peanut butter. You won't be able to tell once the chocolate's on top. You want to try and get a nice smooth top, and then that can go in the fridge until it's set and firm. To make this super quick and easy, I'm using a cheat caramel. I've got some shop-bought dairy toffees. That's what we call them here in England, but I believe caramels are what you need to find if you're in America. Kraft do them wrapped in some plastic. Take them out of the plastic, add in some milk, then you want to pop them in the microwave until they're all melted together and smooth. As you can see, the peanut butter is really set. Technically in the chocolate bar, I think the caramel comes first, but I wanted to get a nice strong bottom, so that's why I started with the peanut butter. Now on top, I'm going to pour over my lovely smooth and melted caramel. And take my palette knife, no need for a new one, smooth that over, reaching right to the edges, and just get a nice even top. And once you have that nice and smooth, you want to add on top some salted peanuts, and I've just cut those into some smaller pieces. So sprinkle that all over. And they will really stick to that caramel. And that is it. You want to pop that in the fridge until it's completely set, and then we can cover with some chocolate. Once your caramel has completely set, it is time to get dunking in some chocolate. Now you can make this even easier by just pouring the chocolate on top while it's still in the tray and then cut the bars, but I like a lot of chocolate on my chocolate bars, so I'm going to cut them into small chunks and then dip each one into some melted chocolate. Now as this is a homemade chocolate bar, you get to choose what chocolate you want. I've gone for Cadbury's because it's my favourite, but you could use white chocolate or dark chocolate, up to you. So cut around the bottom and then peel it away, and it should come off nice and easy. So just using my sharp knife, I'm going to cut these into some squares, up to you how big or small you make them. The smaller, the easier it is to dip into the chocolate. So you want to make sure your chocolate is melted, but it's not too hot, otherwise it's just going to remelt that caramel. So take a square. I like to use a fork, because when you place it on, any of the excess chocolate can drain through the ridges. So dunk it in, get it nice and coated. Let the excess drip off. and then place that onto a baking tray lined with some baking paper, and then once you've filled the baking tray, they can go into the fridge until they're set. Once the chocolate is set, they're then ready to enjoy. So that is how you make my homemade Take5 clusters. Easy.